Hello, welcome to Spellbound, Witch's Lair. Today we're going to be doing a few different spells, talking about mirror magic. Um, I highly recommend mirror magic. It's a great way to reverse things back to people. People sometimes send you negative energy, evil eye, such and such, when they don't even know it. So it's always a good idea just to wear protection, so that way you're not bringing that back home to you or with you to your family. So, but the first thing I want to talk about also is a book. We're going to do book reviews. I'd love to read and to expand my knowledge. And I've been studying witchcraft and the occult, which just means hidden knowledge, since my teenage years. And now I'm no longer the maiden or the mother. I am the crone. I am 55 years old, so I've been studying for a very long time. And I just want to share with the community on how to protect yourself when you do magic. You can attract deities and energies that you don't want, totally by accident, just because you don't know what you're doing. So, first and foremost, this is a great book, Protection and Reversal Magic, a Witch's Defense Manual by Jason Miller. You can find it on Amazon, Thrift Books. I think I got this one at Thrift Books. It was a used copy for like $5, $6. It was a really great deal. So, highly recommend it. And it's got a little bit of everything in here. It talks about, for one, how to identify that you are being attacked. And then it has literally so many different spells, incantations, amulets that you can make. I really, I'm not affiliated, not an affiliated marketer, but I just really recommend this book. And we will do more and more book reviews. If you like them, just drop me a line and tell me yes. And if you have a book in mind that you want me to review and you tell me the book name, I might have it. If not, I might be interested enough to go in and purchasing it, and we can talk about it. What is this? So today we are doing some reversal magic. This one talks to you about, this is the Seder Square. If you've never heard of what the Seder Square is, it's a prayer, sort of, that you can make into a Christian symbol. It just depends on who you work with as far as your deities. It could be if you work with your ancestors. I had someone ask me the other day, how do you pick which deity you want to work with? And normally they pick you, but you can petition them. Just depends. So this is an amulet for a mirror for the home. That would be your mirror in there. These would be the sigils you put around it. Tells you what kind of incantation you need to do to protect your home. I have something that I've similar, but I find it's more simple. This one's to trap a spirit that's bothering you. A little sigil and what to do. So yeah, wonderful book. Highly recommend it. Now let's begin with what I've got over here. So you can buy little mirrors at the Hobby Lobby or Michael's or craft store, dollar store. You can find them anywhere. And this is close to a mirror. I wanted something that you could actually wear that wasn't just straight up a mirror, but this has a nice reflective surface as a necklace. So we are going to use this as our mirror to wear. And all you really do is you cleanse it. I've already cleansed all these items except for this one, and I'll explain that in a minute. You cleanse these with salt water, and then you can charge them in the sun, or you can charge them by moonlight. Depends on your intention. Or you don't have to charge them at all. Just cleanse them and then pray and meditate over them and give them your intention of what you need them to do. I would say pray over this and just say, protect me and reflect back any harmful or negative energies to those sending. Protect and reflect. Protect and reflect. You say that for 13 times, and then you are charged and ready to go. Super simple. It does really work. I've used it a lot. I wear something similar all the time. I also have something bigger like this. This is like a bathroom mirror for plucking your eyebrows, but it's a pretty sturdy mirror. I like it because I can slip in my back pocket, and I've sat on it I don't know how many times. It doesn't break. Just might look a little odd in your jeans or your shorts pocket. You can also put it in your purse, but same thing. You cleanse it, you charge it with your intention, protect and reflect, and then you take it with you. Nobody knows it's there, but it works. Also, we'll carry some tourmaline or wear, some bracelets. This one is for evil eye. But yeah, you can do a combination of things. Now, let's move on to this lovely mirror. This is for my home. Just like you saw, I've pointed out in the book, the mirror that had the sigil around it. Well, this one doesn't have a sigil because it's kind of small. I would usually think the sigil one should be bigger, but this is highly effective. I have this little dude by my front door, and it's just a pocket mirror. He's sitting in a bed of sand and charcoal, and I have powered him up to attract negativity. So anybody that comes through my front door and passes this mirror, it's going to take all their bad intention and hold it. So after I've had company, I will recharge this, cleanse the salt, add some fresh, and redo it and replace it. And then we've got these little guys. You can get them at the dollar store. Same idea. You can charge them up with your intention. If you don't like the stickers, these little stickers will peel right off. And you could actually do the sigil that was in the book around here if you'd like. Carry it with you. And then we have the last spell. And for all this is just to protect you from random negative energy and people that you don't know who's throwing you the evil eye or sending you bad intentions and you don't know who they are yet. This is another spell that when you do know who's throwing you negative energy, you're a witch, you will know. Normally, you can figure it out. So we're going to use either one of these little compacts, mirrors, or our little coffin. Remember we used the coffin the last spell? I'm loving these. You can get these at the dollar store. I got this from Five Below. It was a candy container. I took the candy out and painted it black. So what you would do if you're going to use this is you would line the inside of your coffin with a mirror. Okay? And then you would place a poppet or something of that person's inside and close them up and bind them in the coffin. And we're going to do something similar, but we're going to do it with these little compacts. So once I've got the doll of the person in the coffin, I would say, blind it with the mirror. I'd close it up with the appropriate herbs. I would use conjuring pan powder, something personal to link the doll, to activate the doll. If you don't know how to do that, we can do that another time. Just drop me a email or a comment asking me to show you how to do that. How to charge a puppet and make them a representation of the person you're trying to do. But if you don't know who this person is that's sending you bad stuff, you can just write shadow across the puppet, the doll that you place in here. And this is what you say. Once you got the doll in the box, you say, shadow, for your own sake, I pray you no more trouble make. For to torture me for your own gain will only bring you greater pain. For I am a child of Hecate, and she is a mightier than thee. From this hour forth, all ill intent shall back upon thy head be sent. In the name of Hecate, and by my own word, I will thou shalt be thine own victim. So thou shalt be thy own victim. And I'm going to put all that in the description box because that is a mouthful. And then I would bind my little coffin like we did the last one. Just bind them up and bury them. Bury them in your garden, bury them in a house plant, bury them so they can no longer harm you. If you don't have a puppet and don't want to get all that complicated, then again, do something more simple. I'm going to use a little compact. I got a plain piece of paper. You can use white paper, you can use brown paper. For this demonstration, I grabbed a piece of index card, but I normally would do brown paper. And I'm going to make a little figure. Say if it was a female that was bothering me. Make a little stick figure female. And then if I knew their name, I would put their name, date of birth, whatever I knew about them. Since I don't know their name, I'm going to say shadow. And then I'm going to write thou shall be thine own victim. I could probably even use my binding oil I did on the last one. Place it over here. But now you're going to concentrate. And you're going to say the prayer again. Shadow, for your own sake, I pray you no more trouble make. For to torture me for your own gain will only bring you greater pain. For I am a child of Hecate, and she is mightier than thee. From this hour forth, all ill intent shall back upon thy head be sent. In the name of Hecate, and by my own word and will, thou shalt be thy own victim. Fold it away from you. Place it in your compact in between both mirrors, and use the binding cord. Bind it up. You can even put a wax seal on it if you want to, so it doesn't come unbound. And bury it. You could also throw it in the trash because it's going to be taking it away from you. But I believe the longer you keep something intact, meaning if you throw this in the trash, it ends up in the dump. It takes a few months, and then it's all like this and broke and back open, then it's no longer working. So I like to make sure it's working. I like to keep it with me. I will plant this in a plant somewhere, or I'll plant it in my yard, or I'll plant it in the park somewhere where I know it's not going to be disturbed. But that is all I have for you today, guys. Please, 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 if you like what I'm doing, give me a like. Please subscribe. It helps my channel to grow. It helps YouTube know to push my channel content out to more people. And that way we can continue to do this. So like I said, if you want me to do some other book reviews, please give me a shout out. I have several that I can do. I've got Magic Books of Solomon. I've got the Bible Code. I've got Dictionary of Symbols, Consorting with Spirits, Wicca. I've got just a little bit of everything here. Crystal Book Guideline, Herb Magic. Also have a fantastic book, 5,000 Spells. So we could start randomly pulling a spell out of there and doing it if you like. I sometimes, well, most of the time I do my own spells because that's what I feel magic is. It's your intention. You put a twist on it to make it work for you. And I think it does work better when you put your own twist on it. But yeah, thanks for joining me, and I will see you next week.